Hey, what's up guys? Rob or the Angry Rob Taco here, and welcome back anime fans and you filthy casuals. And holy shit guys, it's been a while since I made a video, and my last video I said that I would explain what happened. So in the last month or two, life has been really fucking me in the ass, you could say. I've been having, I've been sick, life's happening, and yeah, it's been just been a bad time for me in general. And on top of that, I work a 40-hour job, so I come home fucking tired, and I haven't been really as motivated to make videos. But until now, I want to get back into the swing of things and give you guys more content, and yeah. In today's episode, I want to talk about the up-and-coming animes for this summer 2016. There's about 38 animes that I'm going to talk about on this list. There's a lot of new seasons of animes that are already out. Some of them being new seasons of animes that haven't been out for like a long time, which is really exciting. So I'm going to get through those first. And there's a lot of animes, so I want to get through them as fast as I can. So some of the animes that I'm not that interested, I'm going to just describe them, show you the footage, and move on to the next one. And the animes that I'm more interested, I'll get more in depth, because I don't want to make a part 2 of this, and I don't want this video to get past like 25-minute mark, because then nobody's going to see the whole thing. So yeah, let's get started. Number 28, Food Wars. If you haven't watched the first season, I would highly recommend it. This show is about a boy who takes over his family's restaurant after his father goes and travels the world as a chef. Shortly after, he joins the most elite culinary school in Japan, where only 1% of the chefs actually graduate. This show has a lot of funny elements to it, and it proves that you can make an anime about anything and it'll still be great. Even though the clip that you're watching has nothing to do with food or cooking, I know you are enjoying what you're watching, so you're welcome. Number 37 and number 36, Danganronpa 3. You must be asking, why is there two? That's easy, because one of them is a continuation of the old season, and another one is just a prequel of that season. I know it's a bit fucking confusing, but let me explain. Danganronpa 3 Zetsubun is the prequel to 2012 PS2 game Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair. It will tell the story of the Remnant of Despair, a group featured in the game, while the other anime alongside is Danganronpa 3 Mirai-Hen is a sequel of the game. So Zetsubun is the prequel and Mirai-Hen is the sequel, basically the continuation of the last anime. I know it's confusing and stupid the way they're doing this, but Danganronpa 3, the first anime that came out, it was really good, and if you haven't watched it, I would recommend it. There's not a lot of good animes based off of video games in my opinion, but Danganronpa is definitely another one, and The Devil Survivor is also another good one. This has a lot of mystery and blood, and it gets a bit crazy, so if you like that kind of stuff, definitely check it out. Number 35, The Heroic Legend of Arslan Season 2. If you haven't watched Season 1, well, this anime is about Arslan, who is a prince. Even though he's a prince, he's not ready to take the throne or be a great king like his father was. At the age of 14, he went into his first battle, which led in just blood-soaked mist. Motherfuckers were dead all across the land, as far as you can see. Despite all of that crazy stuff happening, he's still determined to reclaim his fallen kingdom, which is ruled by the fearsome King Andragus. Season 2 starts where Season 1 left off. So if you haven't watched Season 1, I would recommend you watch it before seeing Season 2. If not, you're gonna be fucking lost. This anime was definitely on my watch list. I haven't watched the first season yet. Don't ask me why, I just, for some reason, haven't got around the time to watch it. But definitely gotta watch it, so. Number 34, Fate Khalid. If you're into the Fate series such as Fate Zero and Fate Stay at Night, well, you might like this one as well. If you haven't watched the first 2 seasons of this anime, well, let me explain it. This anime is a spin-off of Fate Stay Night with Levre von I'm sorry, I suck with names. Well, she's the protagonist of this series, and she's living an alternate life as a schoolgirl. If you find that kind of odd, it's because she was one of the participants of the Holy Grail War. And if you don't know what that is, you would have to watch the other series to really understand it. From what I understand of this anime series, it's the spin-off just like how Soul Eater Not is a spin-off to Soul Eater, where it's not as crazy or hectic like the original anime. It's more laid back, funny, and doesn't take itself serious. So don't expect a lot of blood and gore and action like the other Fate series. And also, what I heard about this anime, it has a lot of yuri tendencies. And if you don't know what yuri is, well, it's girl on girl action. So I'll leave it up to you whether you want to watch this at day or night. Wink. Number 33, Acid Rain Season 2. If you haven't watched the first season of this anime, well, this anime is about a special public service section called the 8th. They are basically a security unit that uses these exoskeletons to counter the rise of crime. Assistant Inspector Azumi Kazari is assigned to the 8th with the task of assessing the unit's status and reporting to her superior. But her real goal is to help the sloppy ass team of has-beens and to try to assist them. I only really seen the first half of the first season. For some reason I really didn't get into it, but if you like mechas and a lot of action, I guess it has some humor too, well, this show is for you. Number 32, Cute High Earth Defense Club Love Love. If you haven't seen the first season of this anime, well, it's about a bunch of high school boys that made a club called High School's Earth Defense Club. They made this club just so they could bum around and do jack shit. But one day a crazy koala looking ass motherfucker appeared to them, telling them they have to defend the Earth. How do they defend the Earth, you ask? Well, they turn into magical girls and defeat evil with the power of love. I personally did not like this anime. I tried to really get into it, but I was like, fuck it. So fuck this anime. If you want to watch it, go ahead. And I can understand why people think it's funny, but to me, I just never really liked it. Number 31, Love Live Sunshine. If you love idol shows, then this is the show for you. I don't like idol shows. Anyways, even though this show is not a second season or anything, this is part of the Love Live series. And yes, you guessed it, those series are about schoolgirl idol groups, yay. But seriously, this anime is just like the rest of the series. It's about a bunch of schoolgirls wanting to be the next idol group. And if you like that shit, well, I ain't here to judge you, so go ahead and watch this one. I promise you, you'll like it. Number 30, Handa-kun. Just like the last entry, this anime is not a second season or anything, but it's a prequel to an anime called Barakamon. And holy shit, if you haven't seen Barakamon, then you're totally missing out. I couldn't find the PV for Handa-kun, so instead you're seeing one of the funny scenes in Barakamon. Don't ask me why it's in Spanish dub, I just found it like that, right? So just fucking watch. So Handa-kun is the prequel of Barakamon, and Handa-kun is a person that loves calligraphy. And since he's a bonehead, he thinks the people that are praising him in school are actually his friends, but in reality, they're bullying him. If you love comedies, this is perfect for you. I highly recommend watching both of them. Oh man, it's about to get real good from here on out. Number 29, D.Gray-man Hollow, the third season of this series. As you can't tell already, I fucking love D.Gray-man. It's such an amazing series and very, very underrated in my opinion. You don't know what D.Gray-man is? Well, god damn it. Well, this anime is about Alan Walker, who officially joins the organization of the Exorcists. They go around killing motherfucking Kumas. That's what they do. Kumas are these demons that just go around terrorizing humanity, really. This anime is a classic and a hit. I urge you, no, I insist. Hell, I'll even suck your dick. Go watch the first 2 seasons and watch this anime. It's a must this season. Alright, we're making into the new animes, and in number 28 we have Amanatsu. This anime is about Hikari Konohita, whom is a cheerful 15-year-old girl who lives near the ocean, and she spends most of her time diving as a result. On her first day of high school, she meets a teacher who also likes scuba diving. There's also a 16-year-old classmate, Futaba, who gets dragged along in Hikari's maelstrom as soon as they meet at school. This anime is a fantasy and a slice of life. Check it out. Number 27, Fundashi Koikoi Sekashu. This is another anime that couldn't find its PV, but I find it hilarious because I read this manga about like 2-3 weeks ago, and I didn't even know they were making an anime for it. This anime is about Sakaguchi, who's a high school boy that loves BL and Yuri series. BL being as in gay and Yuri being as in lesbian. Don't get it twisted, he isn't gay himself, he just happens to really like boy love manga. And because of that, that puts him in very awkward and hilarious situations. If you're a homophobe or you aren't into that stuff, or it makes you uncomfortable, then don't check this anime out. I could care less whether you're gay or not. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you, and I'm definitely checking this anime out. Number 26, Kono Bijutsu-bu no wa Mandari Gaga. Other than botching that whole title, this anime is about an art club in a certain middle school. Its members is Saburo Ukamachi, who is genuine at drawing faces, but only wants to draw faces of his 2D wife, aka his waifu. Colette, a rich tribal maker who never stops making mischiefs, and the club president, who sleeps through the sessions and collects sleeping aids, whatever the fuck that means. Mizuki Usami is the only person in the club who wants to do art, like activities, but constantly struggles to do so because the club is full of fucks. This anime is really up my alley because it's a school comedy and it has romance, so I'm really gonna check this one out. And I think you guys should too if you're really into a school comedy. Number 25, new game. Mi Adoba Suzukaze, a fresh high school graduate easily mistaken as a middle school student who joins the game company that produces her favorite game as a 3D artist, and her cute antics as she gets her way through the work to deal with her rather wacky co-workers. This anime is a comedy, seinen, and a slice of life. This anime concept reminds me of Shirobaku, but instead of anime industry, they're working on a game industry. And honestly, this doesn't look that bad. I probably would check it out. So, yeah. Number 24, Sweetness and Lightning. After losing his wife, math teacher Kohi Inozaka is doing his best to raise his young daughter Tsumugi. He's pretty bad at cooking and doesn't have a huge appetite to begin with, but chance brings his little family and one of his students, Kotori Ida, together for home-aid adventures. With those three cooking in the kitchen, it's no wonder this dinner table drama is so delicious. Oh god, it's another Kalong after stories. Prepare for the feels. No mom, I'm not crying! Number 23, Ange Vierge, or whatever the fuck it's called. The story of Ange Virgin trading card game follows the happening when Hyrule portals suddenly open, fusing 3 worlds together. As a result, various mystery exceed powers awaken in teenage girls. An academy for these so-called progress girls is built on an isolated, serene island in the Pacific. This anime is adventure, fantasy, school, magic, and a shonen. This anime looks like it has some potential, so I'll leave it up to you whether you want to watch it or not. Number 22, Cheerdanshi. This story revolves around members of a cheerleading squad at a men's university. Yep, that's all I got. They don't have any other additional information. And it's not like they're cheerleading to get punane. They're just cheerleading because they want to watch this anime. Number 21, Fuyuken na Mononoke. Ashiya has spent the first 7 days of high school stuck in an infirmary because of a yokai attaching itself to him. If you don't know what's a yokai, it's little ghosties. He ends up asking the owner of a small tea room called Mononoke for help. This is a tale involving the very Morris owner of Mononoke guiding the yokai that happen to wander into the world to go to the next world. For some reason this anime looks very familiar, like I've seen this tale before or like I've read it somewhere in a manga. This is a comedy, so I'm probably gonna give it a chance. Looks pretty decent. Plus it got that little cute furball bastard looking thing. Looks adorable as fuck. Number 20, Scare Rider X. This has a stupidly long description, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read it and speed up the audio, so if you don't understand, well, sorry.
In the Ultimo game, a world of godless people was being menaced by the Night Flies all night. A mysterious alien invader from the Crimson World via the Crimson Barrier scattered. To counter the Night Flies all note, threats to the humans established the LAG Defense Agency at the Rikuyu Islands. The anti-Night Fly all notes fighting a unit of Scare Riders violently stood against the threats, but was completely wiped out 5 times because they fucking suck. And so the 6th and last unit, Scare Riders X, was assembled from 5 young men. However, at the nearly same time, the SX was formed, a Night Fly or Night Invasion stopped suddenly. Without the enemy they were supposed to fight, the XS members spent their reckless days dealing with ordinary lives. The SSR members established a musical band, deal with low spirits and relentlessness. Meanwhile, a young woman assigned to the LAG as their instructor and commander. A new life begins for the young woman and the SRX. The tailline of the game, the order is the love or death. Fuck. The order is it's for love or for death.
That sounded way funnier than I thought it would. But this anime doesn't look bad, so I might check it out. Number 19, Boy Project. B Project, another amazing idol show. Make it stop! Why is this a thing? Why, Jesus, why? Please tell me why.
Idol animes, that's all there is. Idol animes.
Number 70, Regalia, the 3 Scared Stars. 12 years ago, in the country of Rimgard, a big incident left unsolved mysteries that has begun to fade from people's memory. Time passes and sisters Yuri and Reina are living peacefully in Estaria. However, one day, a large mecha attacks Estaria. This day marks the turning point when the 2 girls get caught in the vortex of fate. You guessed it, this anime is a mecha and fantasy. It looks like it's gonna have a lot of action too. Might want to check it out. Number 16, Time Travel Shoujo Mariwaka no na blah blah blah. This series has nothing. I couldn't find anything on it. No PV nor description. It just has an air date, so good luck. Another one was out of PV. Fuck! Number 14. Hatsuko Monster. When 15-year-old Kaho Nikado leaves her sheltered life and starts anew in Tokyo High School dormitory, the last thing she expects is to get nearly hit by a truck. After being saved by a big dick stranger, she falls in love with him. And when she tracks him down and finds him, she boldly confesses her feelings. Turns out that that's the landlord's son. Her manhunk accepts her feelings and they start going out. The honeymoon phase is shortly lived when she finds out her manhunk is only in 5th grade. This anime is a comedy and it's very unique, so I think I'm gonna definitely watch this one. Number 13. Days. This anime is about two boys who were never meant to meet. Tsukushi Sakamoto, who has no special skills but secretly hides a passionate heart, and Jin Kazama, an isolated soccer genius. On a stormy night, the two met, and that meaning creates a whirlwind of world-high soccer club. I love sports, and sports animes never get it wrong for some reason. Hell, I even like Free, and that was a shitty show. Watch it now. Number 12. Rewrite. Rewrite is set in the fictional city Kazamasuri, where tree planting and afforestation has caused the city to become overgrown with trees and flowers. While most of the city appears to be rural, there are many traditional city elements as well. While set in a modern setting, the city also gives off a strange sense of nostalgia. Tenoji Kontaro lives here. He's a high school student who has the ability to rewrite his own body. He can become strong or faster anytime he chooses, and even grow a big dick. He's investigating supernatural mysteries with 5 girls from his school. Honestly, this anime reminds me of Love, Shinobi, and Other Delusions, which is one of my favorite animes, by the way. So you know your boy's gonna check this one out. Number 11. Quesadilla Code. Quesadilla Code takes place in a world where humans are continuing to fight a war against enemies called Unknown. These unknowns invaded several decades ago and children entered a cold sleep to escape the invasion. When the children awoke, they found themselves with supernatural powers. The children set up defense cities in Tokyo, Kanagawa, and Chiba in order to protect the country from the unknown. Honestly, this anime reminds me of World Trigger and Black Bullet if they were combined together. And those animes were pretty good, so I think you should keep an eye on this one because this one might be a dark horse this season. And this song is fucking fire, holy shit. Though the other animes that I listed on this list aren't in any particular order, these next top 10s are my personal top 10. And we are gonna start it off with number 10, Battery. This anime revolves around Takumi Hardura, a young man who moves to the mountain town of Okayama Prefecture during the spring break before he enters middle school due to his father's job transfer. Takumi is a pitcher, and after the move he loses faith in his own talent. When suddenly his classmate Cool Nakura appeared in front of him. Cool has a strong desire to form a battery, a combination of pitcher and catcher with Takumi. In a sexual way, JK. Rolling up at number 9 is Aruman on the Sky. The Cat Verna Empire is at war with the neighboring Republic of Kyoka. In the Cat Verna Empire, the lazy woman-admiring Ikuta hates war, but due to the certain circumstances, he gradually takes the high grade in military officer exam. No one would have expected that the piece of shit 17-year-old man would eventually become a soldier called a great commander by others. Ikuta survives the world engulfed in war with his superior intellect and big dick. I personally don't know what to think about this anime, other than it's just a hunch. It feels like it's gonna be good. So take my word and watch it, cause I'm never fucking wrong. Even when I'm wrong. Motherfucker. Numero 8. Sir Vamp. When a stray black cat named Kuro crosses Mahiro Shitora's path, the high school freshman life will never be the same again. Kuro is in fact no ordinary feline, but a Sir Vamp. What the fuck's a Sir Vamp? It's a servant vampire. While Mahiro's personal philosophy is one of a non-intervention, he soon becomes embroiled with the ancient, altogether surreal conflict between vampires and humans. Not another vampire anime? Yes, motherfucker, another one. Although this anime reminds me of Blood Lad, even though I've never seen Blood Lad, sadly. It hurts my soul not knowing what the anime's like. But this is the closest thing that I'll probably get. So, yeah, I like it. Number 7. Tales of Zestiria the X. Now this being a video game, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, and since I'm a huge fan of the Tales series, as you guys could see, if you guys want to read about it, just pause the video and read it. If not, just take my word for it. This is going to be a great anime. I would suggest you play the game first. I don't know if it follows the game or not, but play the game first and then watch the anime. Number 6. Maso Gakugen HXH. Hinda Kizuma possesses the HHG Heart Hybrid Gear ability, but is not strong enough to make him particularly important. His older sister calls him to transfer to the Strategic Defense School, where many of the students, which have large breasts, use their HHG abilities to fight invaders from another world, while wearing extremely skimpy pilot outfits. His new fighting ability doesn't measure up, but his sister has another plan, getting girls to have erotic experiences with Kiznua, aka fuck. That will allow them to replenish their energy and power up. It looks like the new school life is going to be full of embarrassments. You lucky motherfucker! This show already reminds me of many animes that I've watched, including High School DxD, 100 that is coming out right now as I make this video, and many more. Yeah, definitely gotta watch this for educational purposes, of course. Marry me, waifu. Number 5. Orange. Everyone has regret in life, so wouldn't you take a chance to change the past if given the opportunity? 16-year-old Tamahiya Noha receives a mysterious letter claiming to be her in 27 years. The letter states that a new transfer student will be coming and to keep an eye on him. What does it mean though? That's the real question. Number 4. Mob Psycho 100. This anime revolves around Mob, a boy who will explode if his emotional cap reaches 100. This boy with psychic power earns his nickname Mob because he doesn't stand out amongst people. He keeps his psychic powers bottled up so he can live a normal life. But if his emotional level reaches 100, something overwhelms his entire body. What this anime catches my eye is that it's very unique. It gives off a One Punch Man feel to it, but I don't know, it just looks really good, and this is one of the animes that has a lot of hype going into the season, so hopefully it pans out. Number 3. Real Life. The story follows Kazaki Atarata, a 27-year-old jobless man who fails at every job interview he had since quitting his last company. His life changes after he met Yokai Ryu of the Real Life Research Institute, who offers him a drug that could change his appearance to a 17-year-old and to become a subject in an experiment for 1 whole year. Thus, he begins his life as a high school student once more. They could have gave him money instead. Number 2. 91 Days. The classic mafia drama takes place during the Prohibition era. The lawless district, the law has no power. The mafia rules the street, and the illegally made liquor flows freely. At one time, Avila lived in this district, but after a mafia dispute ended in his murder of his family, he went into hiding. Avila receives a letter from a mysterious person that ignites his passion for revenge and leads him to return to the lawlessness. There, he infiltrates the Vanelli family and gets close to Nero. He's about to godfather these motherfuckers. Now to our honorable mention, Berserker 2016. There's no introduction for this anime. If you haven't watched this anime or haven't heard of it, then you must be really new to anime and you're missing out. It's such a classic anime, such a classic manga, spanning a couple of decades now, and there's no words that I could explain this. You just have to trust me. Watch this fucking anime. That's an order. Blood, gore, and tragedy. Fucking tragedy just for Gus. This motherfucker's a beast. A motherfucking beast, and I can't wait to watch this anime. Holy shit. I've been waiting for this for a long time. And finally, we get to the last anime. Number 1. Taboo Tattoo. Segi rescues a homeless man from the streets one day from some thugs, and that man gives Segi an object that imprints a tattoo on his palm. However, it's not an ordinary tattoo, but a precise weapon that gives Segi supernatural powers, such as warping space-time and all this other cool shit. My number 1 pick is this, cause the manga was fucking awesome. Holy shit, man, that took several nights to make, and it came out longer, way longer than I anticipated, but hey, it's the grind, right? If you watched the whole thing and you made it to this far, well, I commend you. You are a true fucking awesome person, man. Thank you. If you want, follow me on Twitter. I'll follow back. Follow my gaming channel too. Follow everything. Do it.